All right, guys, what's up? Welcome back. Today's going to look a little bit different. I know last week we were out on the golf course, but with hockey season starting to ramp back up, I'm going to do a little vlog talking about the Wings and expectations and upcoming things, what I want to see, what I hope to see, and things we've already seen with the Wings. So, yeah, let's get right into it. First, I want to start off with the Red Wings. They released their Centennial jerseys, which is that's their 100-year anniversary, so they brought out a special jersey, and let me tell you, it is special. It looks phenomenal. It's right up there with the what year? I think it was 2014. No, 2017. 2017 Winter Classic. That jersey had a ton of love, so they took the cream color. I'll insert a picture, but the cream color stripes is kind of taken from that. The horizontal stripes which they got going are tribute to when they were the Detroit Falcons a while ago, long time ago. I think that was early 1900s, like 1920, like 1930 something. Anyway, besides the point. But yeah, thought I'd mention that. But we do have training camp starting September 18th. With that being said, that they release the roster, and it's what you expect. There's the NHL roster, Grand Rapids roster for their AHL affiliates, and some prospects, and then other camp invites. I'll post the list. I'll show it on the screen so you guys can look over it for a second. But yeah, nothing crazy notable about it. But yeah, pretty much what you see is what you get there. They have the red and white game on Sunday at 3 p.m. So essentially, that's going to be a scrimmage. It kind of closes out training camp. And honestly, what we're just trying to get out of this is no injuries. If we can get everyone through healthy, that would be perfect. We want to start the season with all of our best players. But you also want to see like Axel Sandin-Pellikka, Michael Brandsegg-Nygaard, Nate Danielson. You want to see these guys step up and really make a run for this roster, because we'll talk about it in a second, but what they did with the roster over the summer, the offseason, kind of leaning on these guys to basically make the roster and be pretty good. Because as we'll get into the roster now, I'll insert another picture of what it looks like right now. On the top line, you have a big hole. You're going to see a bunch of players rotate in there in the season. You'll see probably James Van Riemsdyk, Marco Kasper, Elmer Soderblom. They're all going to take shifts up there, but you really don't have a good left wing option at the moment, which, to make playoffs and be a contesting team, you need a strong first line, and you're missing one of your three pieces, which is unfortunate there. I know Steve in the offseason, Steve Yzerman, our general manager, he tried to fill the spots, but with the cap going up, that's just almost impossible to do, because all the teams, like you look at Florida, they re-signed all their guys that there was one of them should have at least hit the market. But with the cap going up and them taking team-friendly deals, yeah, which really sucks, because I would have loved to have one of their players. But you know what? It is what it is. We'll get into season expectations. To be honest, expecting us to miss playoffs, which I hate to say that, but you look at the teams around you, like Ottawa, Montreal, even like in the other, like Columbus, they're all getting better. I know they're right around us, but they're all getting better. Just like I would say we got marginally better with what we did. We didn't get better enough, or we didn't, however you proper English, but we didn't get better enough. If that's how I'm going to say it. But with some of our additions, we got Mason Appleton, James Van Riemsdyk, Jason, I think it's Jason Bernard Docker, I think that's his name. And with those free agents that we signed, it helps the bottom six, but it doesn't help your top six. And with what, like Montreal's doing, they're getting better faster, unfortunately. I hate to say it, but is what it is there. Um, but yeah, John Gibson we traded for in the offseason, which that was a big trade. The thing about this trade is it really like all Wings fans are looking at the roster, right? And they're saying like, you know, we're gonna suck this year, but like this is a big upgrade in that. This is a big upgrade in that because, you know, we didn't really have a starting goalie, and now we have an established starting goalie, which I know he's been streaky in the past with injuries, but if he can stay healthy and if he can be 80% of what old John Gibson was, we'll have what we need in that, which is good for the next couple of years until you can get Sebastian Costa to come up and Trey Augustine. But yeah, positive and negative. I kind of already talked about some positives and negatives, but you know, negatives. There's some holes. There's our defense is kind of rough right now. We have Seider, we have Edvinsson, we have Aljo in there, but other than that, kind of struggling back there. But you know what? You know, over the last 3 years of doing this defensive core and having one of the worst defenses in the NHL, I 100% agree with Steve. I think we should do the exact same thing, and maybe it'll work this year. Whatever. But, you know, and then I predict 89-point season, and we are going to miss the playoffs, unfortunately, because our division is that good. Anyway, well, it was great talking to you guys. Little Wings update for you. We'll have more of these to come with the season ramping up. But yeah, enjoy your afternoon.